Hi everyone, welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to be taking you through this practice today. You've probably done my practices before, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you about me, but if you are new and you want to sort of read a little bit about me and where I've come from, just go on to YouTube and look at my profile and be able to read from there. Also, if you are new, just a quick on this, Pilates, we breathe in through the nose, we breathe out through the mouth. Every breath in, we pull in our core. Every breath out, we hold the core tighter. Trying to keep the core held throughout the whole practice. That's one of the basics around Pilates. We're going to be doing Pilates sequence today. It's something that I enjoy doing. I've done a few of them, so I do hope that you're going to enjoy this sequence, and it's something a little bit different. So take yourselves to your mats. Either come down from your side, left hand side if you have low blood pressure, and get yourself comfortable on your backs. You can come down with me, seated position, feet nicely hip width apart, arms out in front of you. We're going to C curve down. For anyone that's new, a C curve, we curve down this way. We don't sit here and drop backwards. We protect our spine. We do it slowly. If you get to a point, maybe here, where you're not being able to hold that with your core and your feet are lifting, then take behind the back of your legs and use your arms to support yourself as you bring yourself all the way down. Taking your arms out in front, take a big breath in through the nose and pull in that core. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you hold the core tighter and you start to C-curve yourself down as slowly as possible. If you need to take behind the legs, do so. Coming all the way down, taking yourself to the floor, finally your head coming down. If you have lower spine issues, take your feet mat width apart and lock your knees in. We're going to do a little bit of relaxation, in a sense, preparing ourselves for the practice ahead. I like to do this at the beginning of our practices. I think it's good for the brain, and it helps the body, it helps you to focus where you might have little ailments today that you perhaps didn't have yesterday, and you're going to focus on those ailments throughout your practice. So closing your eyes down if you can, if you feel happy, or just downcast, because I think closing the eyes is really lovely, or downcast, because you then are able to focus the body and you're not distracted by anything around the room. So taking your shoulders up, rolling them back down your body, taking your arms so they are away from the body with the palms facing upwards. Let's check in with ourselves. So let's start to relax the body, relaxing the toes, the feet, the lower legs, the knees and the upper legs. Let both your legs just feel heavy. Let them feel relaxed down there. Focus on the legs, seeing if you have any issues there you may need to focus on, and be mindful of those areas that might be a little bit not themselves today. Practice keeping an eye on them. Looking around your lower core, your pelvis and your glutes. Let them soften down. How's that area feeling? Lots of lower spine issues maybe. Breathe into it. If it's tense, ask it to soften. And your mid-spine and your upper spine, so the whole spine is resting in the back beneath you. Your tummy and your chest, a nice heavy torso. And your hands, your lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. So both arms, let them relax. How are your arms feeling today? Your shoulders, your neck and your head. Everything heavy. Let your facial muscles relax, so your cheekbones, your eyes, your forehead. Just let everything just relax down. Preparing ourselves for the practice ahead. And take a scan of your body from the tips of your toes, over your legs, your torso, your arms, your shoulders, your neck and your head. Do that. Scan yourselves. Be mindful of the areas that you need to focus on today. Breathe into tense areas. Just ask ask everything to just soften. Laying here for a few moments. Start to bring your awareness back to the body. Taking a big breath through the nose, breathing out through the mouth with a sigh. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And everybody bringing your feet so that they're mat width apart and the knees locked in. Take your arms out to a T shape. Let's take another big deep breath in, fill in that chest, breathing in through the nose, breathe into that chest. Breathing out through the mouth, let it go. Then taking your arms into cactus shape if you can. And let's do that one more time. Big breath into the chest. Out through the mouth, letting everything go. Then parting your knees. Either keeping your arms in the cactus shape or taking them back out into T shape, whatever's most comfortable for you. If you have them in a T shape, then it's less stretch on the chest. If you've got them in cactus, you're opening your chest more. So breathing in, pulling in your core, holding that tight, and as you breathe out, keep the core tight and drop the legs over to the left-hand side. Keeping the shoulders on the mat. And then when you get to your point of tension, release. Breathing into tense areas you might have here. Ask them to soften. Releasing our muscles, relaxing them down. On your next in-breath, pulling in that core. Holding the core tight, and as you breathe out, bringing the legs to centre. Holding it there. Let's take that big breath into the chest again, breathing in through the nose, filling the chest. Release through the mouth. Amazing. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, hold the core tight and drop those legs over to the right, keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat. Get to your point of comfort. And release. Soften everything, breathing into those tense areas. Nice and relaxed. Now breathing in through the nose, pulling in the core. Holding the core tight, breathing out through the mouth, bring the legs to centre, holding that core. Holding the core, don't let it go. Bringing the legs now so that they are feet, so that they are nicely hip width apart. Taking the hands bound by your side, we're just going to breathe into our belly this time. So breathing in through the nose, rising the belly as you do so. And then breathing out through the mouth, letting it go. Do that again, breathing into the belly through the nose, breathing in, breathing out through the mouth, letting it go. Amazing, guys. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're coming up to a standing position. You can come up from your side if you wish, from your left-hand side if you have low blood pressure. Otherwise, you can come with me and we're going to come up rolling like a ball. It might be too early for some of you, so do come up from your side if it is. Taking behind the backs of your legs, bringing the knees towards you, and then start to roll. Don't put your feet down as you come up. Keep rolling, bringing the feet up, but not touching down. If you can, don't worry if they do touch the floor. Just keep rolling. Rolling the spine here. This gives the spine a little massage. And then when you get to the top, take your feet down and bring yourself round. into all fours. Music seems to have stopped. Hold on, guys. You stay there on all fours. I'll have a look, see what's going on with the music. Oh, there we go. Okay, so sorry about that. We're all back here on all fours. So from here, you're going to turn your curl your toes under. You're going to walk your fingertips to your knees. You're going to push into your fingertips and lift the knees off of the floor. Bring the fingertips closer, push into those, and push up until your feet are firmly flat on the floor, and hang. Okay, wherever that may be, just hang down. What's good for you. Allow yourself to hang there on that spot for a moment. You might want to take hold of opposite elbows. Release the neck, perhaps nodding yes, shaking the head no. Releasing down. And maybe just a little twist from side to side if that's good for you. Just releasing everything. And then taking your hands down again. Take a big breath in, pull in that core. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you start to raise up. One vertebrae, slowly, slowly at a time. Hands to the front of the legs. Your lower back, your mid back and your upper back will come up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. As you get to a point where your shoulders will go back and down, your shoulders lift, your neck and then your head until you're standing tall. Just get an elastic from my hair. So we're standing tall at the top of our mats. We're going to start with a few Pilates, classic Pilates roll up and downs, just to get our spine sort of moving, and then we'll start into our sequence. So, standing nice and tall, guys. Feet hip width apart. Shoulders back and down, taking your hands down to your sides. Standing tall, breathing in through the nose, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you hold the core tighter, you drop your chin to your chest. The chin goes down. The shoulders come forward and the neck starts to come down. The upper back, the mid back and the lower back. Going down to wherever you can reach. Don't worry if that's up here. You go down, as the more you do Pilates, the more flexible and the lower you will be able to get. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you take the hands to the front of your legs and you slowly start to rise again. Your lower back, your mid back and your upper back. Coming up slowly. Your shoulders will go back and down. Your neck will lift. And finally, your head. Let's do that again, standing tall. Breath in, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth, chin to chest. Hold the core tight. Chin's coming down, neck's coming down. Shoulders coming forward, down, the upper back, the mid back, and then your lower back will come down. To your point of comfort, coming down. Holding it there. Breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you start to raise yourself all the way back up again. Shoulders, neck and head. Now the next time we're going to come down, we're going to start into the sequence. The sequence will consist of 2 moves per up move that we're doing. So you'll get the gist of it as we're moving along. Shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, hold the core tight. And you start to roll down that vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time, slowly as you can, coming down to the floor, taking your hands down. If you need to bend your knees, then do so. Bringing yourself forward, down onto your knees. We're going to start with press-ups. So it's just 2. So it's going to be tricep press-ups. So we're just coming down, elbows next to us, 1 and 2. Taking the toes under, curling them back, fingertips to knees, knees off the floor, fingertips towards toes, feet flat on the floor, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, you bring yourself all the way back up to standing. shoulders, neck and head. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, we start to roll back down again. Holding the core tight. Don't forget, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you need to do that while you're rolling down, then do so, but keep the core tight. Walking your hands forward, all the way to the front. Let's go for our tricep push-up. So we've got 1, 2. Coming up onto all fours, we're going to thread the needle. So taking the right arm up, threading it under the left for 1 and for 2. Coming back to tabletop, let's take that on the left. Left arm up, 1 and 2. Coming back, curling the toes under, fingertips to knees, knees off the floor, fingertips towards the feet, feet flat on the ground, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, raise yourself up, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to the top. Shoulders, neck and head. Breathing in, pulling in that core. Breathing out, chin to chest. Bringing yourself all the way down to the floor. Bringing yourself down, walking yourself forward. Coming down onto your knees. Taking your hands a little bit forward for your tricep press-ups. 1, 2. Coming back to all fours. Let's thread the needle on the right, under the left arm. 1. Breathing in as you rise up, breathing out as you go under. Coming back to here, left arm up, breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out through the mouth as you push under. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Coming back, taking your hands slightly forward, curling your toes, and this time we're coming up into downward dog. Okay, we're adding on here. So into our downward dog, we're going to lift our right leg for 1, bringing it forward. For 2, bringing it forward and taking it back down. Taking the left leg up, bringing it forward, taking it back. Bringing it forward, really come forward, taking it back, bringing the foot down, pushing into the hands, walking yourself back to all fours. Sorry, to hanging like a rag doll. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as you raise up, pulling in the core all the way to the top. Rolling those shoulders, the neck and the head. Okay, let's breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, down we go. In through the nose and out through the mouth with your breath. Coming down to all fours. Knees down, taking your hands slightly forward. Let's do our tricep press-ups for 1, for 2. Coming here, taking our right arm up, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as we push under the left. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Coming back. Taking the left arm up, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as you go under. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Coming back to all fours, taking the hands slightly forward again, curling your toes up. Let's come into that downward dog. Let's do our 2 lifts here. Lifting the right leg up, bringing it forward, lifting it up, bringing it forward, taking it down. Left leg up, bringing it forward, taking it up, bringing it forward, taking it up. Coming back to your downward dog. So we're going to add on here, we're going to take our right hand, we're going to tap our left leg. Taking our left hand, tap our right leg. Left, right hand, left ankle, left hand, right ankle. If you're up here on the calf, don't worry about it. Pushing down into your knees, bringing your hands back towards your feet, hanging like a rag doll. Breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out, you raise yourself all the way up to standing. Shoulders, neck and head. Let's add on to that. Breathing in through the nose, Breathing out through the mouth as we come down. Chin to chest, holding the core tight. Shoulders are coming down. The upper back, the mid back, and the lower back. We come forward onto our all fours. We take our hands slightly forward for our tricep push-up. Got 1, 2, coming back. Coming onto all fours, breathing in through the nose as we ride our right hand, breathing out through the mouth as we push under. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Coming back, taking our left arm up, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Coming back to all fours, taking our hands slightly forward, curling our toes under and pushing ourselves up into our downward dog. Let's do our lift. Right leg up, bring that right leg forward. Right leg up, breathing in through the nose. As you breathe out through the mouth, you squeeze the leg forward and you take it back. Breathing in through the nose, rising the left leg. Breathing out through the mouth as you squeeze forward. In through the nose, out through the mouth, coming back, putting that leg down. Staying here, let's do our taps. 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. In downward dog, we're lifting our right leg up. We're bringing it forward towards our left hands, and we're coming down, uncurling the toes, coming forward for a stretch. Then coming up, squeezing the toes under, coming up. We're going to do a couple of little squat downs here. So we've got our knee down for 1, our knee down for 2. Taking the leg all the way back down, hands to the floor, bringing our feet back, pushing ourselves up into downward dog. Lift our left leg up, bring the left leg forward, dropping down for a nice stretch here. Inner thigh stretch, opening the hip, stretching out, curling the toes under, pushing up. So we're now here for our lunge, hands onto the hips. Got 1, 2, coming up, taking your hands down, pushing yourself back into downward dog, bending the knees, walking your hands back towards your feet, hanging like a rag doll, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as you start to raise yourself up. Hopefully you're beginning to warm up now and your heart is beginning to move a little bit faster. Shoulders, neck and head. Let's do that again. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, chin to chest. Rolling yourself all the way down, hands over the front of your legs, coming down from the beginning, taking yourself forward onto all fours. So let's take our squat here, our tricep push-up here, hands forward a little bit, 2 tricep push-ups, 1, 2, coming back, hands back to tabletop, breathing in as we raise our right arm, breathing out as we push it under, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, coming back to all fours, left arm up, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, coming back, taking the hands slightly forward, curling the toes under, pushing yourself up into a downward dog. Lifting the right leg up, breathing in, breathing out through the mouth as you bring the leg forward. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, taking the leg down on the left hand side. Lifting the leg, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as you come forward. In through the nose, out through the mouth, bringing the leg up, bringing it down. Let's do our taps. 1 tap to the right ankle, left ankle, 1 tap to the right ankle. 2nd tap to the left ankle, 2nd tap to the right ankle. Staying here, taking the right leg up, bringing it forward between the hands, dropping the back left leg down, uncurling the toes and pushing yourself forward for that stretch. Opening up the inner thigh and around the hips. Curling the toes under, pushing yourself up into a lunge position, Hands onto your hips. Let's drop down for 1. Let's drop down for 2. Coming up. Putting your hands down. Coming back to a downward dog. Taking the left leg up. Bringing the left leg forward. Coming down, uncurling the right foot. And coming forward here into your lunge. Curling the toes under. Let's come up into our lunge position. And let's drop down here for 1, for 2. Coming up, taking your hands down, bringing your foot forward, this time your right foot forward after our lunges, and hanging down here. Breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you raise yourself all the way back up, standing, shoulders, neck and head. Okay, so that's a nice little sequence we've got going there. So we're going to come back down, we're going to move ourselves back, and we're going to do that sequence, but we're going to do it at 4 of each moves. So taking a breath in, breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, chin to chest, you start to roll yourself down all the way to the floor. Keep going down till your fingertips reach the floor, stepping back with your right leg, stepping back with your left leg, and push yourself into your downward dog. Walking your hands back towards your feet, hanging there, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you roll yourself all the way back up to standing, keeping the core tight, shoulders, neck and head. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, chin to chest, bringing our hands down, all the way to the front of our legs, to the floor, walking your hands forward, coming down onto all 4s, take the hands forward. So we're going to go for 4 tricep push-ups. So we're going to go for 1, 2, if you want to do 4 tricep push-ups, then do so. Entirely up to you, wherever you're feeling comfortable. And then coming back onto all 4s, taking the right arm up on an in-breath, feeding it under on the out. 1, 2, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Coming back to all 4s. Let's take that on the left, rising the left arm up for 4. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. 2, and the last one, going under. Coming back, taking the hands forward again, pushing under into your toes and bringing yourself up into your downward dog. So we've got 4 lifts and crunching forwards on the right hand side, lifting the right leg, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you come forward for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Taking it up and bringing it back down. Taking the left leg up, breathing in, as you breathe out, 4, 3, 2, breathing out, 1. Bringing the foot down, so right hand to left foot, 1, left hand to right foot, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Now on the 4th one with the right hand to the right ankle or calf, wherever you're holding, give yourself a little pull under, little opening, little spinal twist there. Coming back on the left hand, 4th one here, bring ourselves under, little spinal twist, taking our hand back, lifting the right leg up, bringing it forward, dropping it down, dropping the left leg down, going into a forward lunge here, opening the hip, opening the thigh, nice stretch. Coming back, curling the toes under. Let's do some lunges. So taking our hands onto our hips. So we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your hands down, coming back into downward dog. Taking the left leg up, bringing the left leg forward, dropping the Right toes down and drop forward to a forward opening lunge here, stretching out. Then coming back up, curling those toes, coming up into a lunge position, making sure that you can see your toes, by the way, in front of your knees, going down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Amazing. Step forward, so we've got our legs together, standing tall, shoulders back and down, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, chin to chest, as you roll yourself down, holding that core tightly, coming all the way down, hands to the floor, step back with the right leg, step back with the left leg, we're now into a plank position. Holding that plank position for 8, squeezing in, don't hold your breath, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push yourself up into downward dog, holding it there, pushing forward, push your chest towards your legs and top of your thighs, pushing forward, and then dropping your knees down, taking the mat width apart or together, whatever's best for you. Big toes locked in if you have your legs wide, breathing in through the nose, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you come down into child's pose. Before you relax here, pull away with your fingertips into the mat, really pull away, open up the back of the shoulders here, really opening up, and then release down. So you can have your arms here, down by your side, or you can take them onto your back. Whatever's good for you, however you feel comfortable. Let's start to slow the heart a little bit now. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And bringing yourself round, pushing yourself up and bringing yourself round for a little bit of stretching. It's taking your legs wide, taking your feet nice and flexed. Don't worry if you've got arches here. These are my natural arches. I haven't got my knees bent. I've just got a natural arch underneath my legs here. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Taking the right arm, taking it down, so you've got the back of the arm next to your thigh. Push into that thigh and lift your left arm up into the air, looking up. Feeling the stretch down the side of your body. And then sitting yourself up. Let's take the left arm into the left leg, sitting there, taking the right arm up and opening out there. Feel the opening down the side here. Trying to keep the core pulled in if you can, don't worry if you can't. And then bringing yourself back. We're going to bring ourselves forward, so we're not just going to hang and drop, we're going to walk forward. So imagine you're walking your hands forward, your back is nice and straight, okay? Just bringing yourself forward as you can, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth as you drop a little bit deeper. You might want to take your elbows down to the floor. You might want to take hold of your feet and just pull yourself a little bit more. Just be gentle with yourselves, don't push anything until you've got any pain, just do it so that it's nice and soft. And then just relax into it, feel the opening down the legs, feel the stretch. Trying to keep the core tight. I know it's a little bit difficult when we're bending forward, but you can still hold it if you think about it. Relaxing. And then pushing yourself up. Taking yourself, so the side of your body is over your right leg, so you're turning yourself sideways, and you'll bring yourself down over your right leg. You might want to take behind the feet, you might want to take the hands to the side. Some people even take the hands behind their back, whatever's good for you, wherever you feel comfortable. Again, trying to hold the core tight if you can, just to get, even if you're just giving it a little squeeze rather than letting it go. And then pushing yourself up, turning your body so it's over your left leg, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, Keeping the core tight, dropping down, getting to your point of comfort, holding it there, but keeping the core squeezed a little bit, even if you can, just a tiny bit. Just don't let it go just yet. And then pushing yourself up. And you're going to bring yourself round, and you're going to take yourself onto your front. You're going to do a little bit of stretch on the legs here. So bringing yourself onto your front, getting yourself comfortable. So taking your right hand down, your left hand on top, your toes are uncurled. Just drop your forehead so that it's resting on your hands. You've got a tiny, tiny back bend here because they're raised up off the floor. Your head's raised. Then bending up your right leg, taking behind the right leg and bringing it forward here. You can have your forehead down, you can have it slightly lifted, whatever's good for you. So we're stretching now down the front of our triceps. And then releasing down, swapping over. So we're bringing up our left leg, taking behind the ankle of the left leg and bringing it down. So the heel's coming towards the bum cheek. Don't worry if you're up here, it's whatever's good for you. You can rest your forehead down, you can keep your left head lifted, whatever's best for you. Feeling the stretch down the front of your triceps. Actually, I'm saying triceps. I'm absolute rubbish. They're your quads. Don't know where tricep push up at the beginning has thrown me. Ignore me. We are working our quads here. Then dropping our feet back down. Honestly, pushing ourselves up and bringing ourselves around to seated. We're going to take ourselves down. We're going to do a few more stretches laying on the floor. And then we're going to go into some final relaxation. So either come down as you did at the start of the practice from your left hand side with low blood pressure, or just bringing yourself from your side. Sitting tall if you're coming up with me, we're going down into our C curve, taking our arms out, breathing in, pulling in that core. And as we breathe out, we lower down. We hold it there. We breathe in, we pull the core tighter. We breathe out, we hold it there. Breathing in, pull the core tighter. Breathing out, we hold it here. Now don't forget, this is where you can take behind your thighs if it's too much for you. Breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out, you lower yourself very slowly all the way back down to the floor. You get to the floor, you take your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Now if you have lower spine issues, you can do the full body stretch with your feet mat width apart and your knees locked in. You're just squeezing everything from here as you stretch away. But you choose your option of where you wish to stretch. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, you gently push your back into the mat, pulling your core tight. You stretch away with your legs, you stretch away with your arms. Really squeezing, stretching away. Stretch, 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 and then release. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, gently pushing your spine into the mat and pushing away, holding the core tight. Squeeze and release. Amazing. Bringing the legs up so that they are hip width apart, mat width apart if you've got lower spine problems. We're going to do our stretch that we did at the beginning of the practice, cactus arms or T-shaped arms, whatever's best for you. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you drop the legs over to the left-hand side for that final spinal twist. Take your gaze over to your opposite arm. And relax here, let everything go. Let the core go as well at this point. We're slowing ourselves down. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, bring the legs to centre, holding the core tight. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, drop the legs over to the right hand side. Get to your point of comfort, let everything go. Take your gaze to the opposite arm. Closing your eyes down if you can. Really relax into that twist. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, hold the core tightly, bring the legs back to centre. Holding that core, don't let it go just yet. Breathing in, pull the core tighter. And as you breathe out, bring your right leg towards you, squeezing it in. Squeeze, hold the core tight, breathe. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth with the core tight. Release the right leg down, but keeping the core squeezed. Breathing in, pull the core tighter. And as you breathe out, you bring your left leg towards you, squeezing it in. Squeeze, squeeze. Holding the core tight. Releasing the left leg down. Breathing in, pulling the core tight. And as you breathe out, we're going to bring both legs up. If you need to take behind the thighs to bring them up, then do so. If you can't bring them up from your core, bringing both legs together, squeeze the legs in. Squeeze those legs in. Squeeze. And then maybe you can either stay there or you can come into happy baby pose, where you take your legs so that the feet are facing the ceiling. You're taking your hands behind the sides or around the sides of your feet, the outside, and you're bringing your knees towards your armpits. Happy baby pose. Only if you're happy to do that. You don't have to be a happy baby. You can stay with your knees hugged in. And then release those legs down, taking them long and giving yourselves, your body a shake. Shake everything out, maybe rolling. Whatever's good for you, shaking the body, everything, moving everything around, shaking the legs, shaking the arms, moving the torso. And now everything now to just remain still. We're going to go into final relaxation, so wherever's comfortable, whatever's best for you, however you feel comfortable in laying down, closing your eyes down to focus internally. And let's start to relax all 10 toes, the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, and your ankles. Relaxing your calves, your knees, and your thighs. Relax your glutes, your pelvis, your lower spine and the lower tummy. Relaxing your mid-spine and your belly, your upper spine and your chest. Relaxing all 10 fingers, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. And finally, your shoulders. Let them go. Releasing out your neck and release your head. Feel the weight of your head as it's relaxing into the mat beneath you. Your body succumbing to the ground beneath, floating into it, being heavy. Relax your facial muscles, maybe parting your lips, removing the tongue from the top of your mouth, releasing your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead, the top of your head, your whole body completely relaxed. No movement other than your breath as it balls in your belly. Take your concentration to that breath. If any thoughts come into your mind, just acknowledge them and let them go. Keep concentrating on your breath and relaxing. Keep relaxing. Keep letting go. Keep drifting. Drift into your happy place. Start to bring some movement back to your bodies now. Moving your fingers, moving your toes a little bit. Becoming aware of your room that you're in. Noises that you can hear. Sounds that are near and far away. Start to lift your shoulders up and down. And start to move your body a little bit more until you can bring your feet so that they are flat on the mat. And then when you are ready, you're going to push into your feet and you're going to shift your hips to the opposite side of which you're going to roll onto. So I'm going to push into my heels and shift my hips to the right, and then I'm going to drop down onto my left. I'm going to make a pillow with my left arm, resting my head, my lungs free and open in the back. I'm going to breathe into them, breathing in through the nose, filling your lungs. And then let all the stale air go through your mouth. Breathing in through the nose. And breathing out through the mouth. Amazing. We're going to bring ourselves up to standing now, trying to keep your eyes closed. Push yourselves up so that you're on all fours, looking down at the ground with the eyes closed. And then as you're looking down, start to blink the eyes gently so that they open and you're aware of the room. Curling your toes under, walking your fingertips to your knees. Pushing your knees off of the floor, taking your fingertips closer, pushing your feet so they are flat, and taking one more hang here, hanging like a rag doll, just hang, relax into that. And take hold of opposite elbows and do whatever's good for you, just hanging here for a moment. And then you're going to take a big bend into your knees. You're going to take your hands onto your hips. You're going to breathe in and pull in your core. And as you breathe out, you roll up very slowly, one vertebra at a time, making sure the head is the last thing to come up. We've been laying down, we don't want any head brushes. Your head comes up, the shoulders go back, rolling the shoulders. Big breath in, breath out. Shake those fingers, shake those arms. Big breath in, taking the palms together, bringing them down past your head, down past your nose, your lips, to your heart centre. Give yourselves a bow and give yourselves a clap. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry about my mistakes.